Just a real quick update from the Blanco Lirio hangar, the home of the Mighty Luscombe. I know we're due for an Oroville update. Things are basically on schedule and moving ahead. And I'm a little behind schedule on getting the annual inspection done on the Luscombe and getting some videos pumped out here. Annual inspection, you guys were asking a little bit about it. Every year, once a year, you got to have an authorized inspector inspect your general aviation certified aircraft and make sure she's airworthy. And so we got that done this year. The inspection went great. The Luscombe, Mighty Luscombe, passed just fine. Her heart rate and blood pressure is perfect. Timing, mag timing, 24 degrees, top dead center, still spot on. Engine compression, 78/80 on all 4 cylinders. That means you pump 80 psi of compressed air into the cylinders and only 2 psi leaked out around the rings and the valves. So great compression on the engine. We'll show you around the Luscombe here a little bit with the inspection panels opened up. Starting here on the engine, you may have seen this before. We got some new exhaust pipes recently. Added Steve's Aircraft gasilator. Nice, clean, no drip system for separating water from your fuel. This is your old Marvel Dribbler updraft carburetor. And your oil, 6-quart oil tank bag right here. Of course, 4 air-cooled cylinders, fixed pitch prop. New exhaust stack over here as well. Here's the magnetos we're talking about, time to the engine. So it's a separate ignition source, does not require battery or any external power to get spark to your spark plugs. Lightweight starter and solid state regulator and lightweight alternator. Nice, very nice additions to the Mighty Luscombe. Here's the original oil screen back here. We'll be changing the oil soon as well, and a spin-on oil filter added here. Brake reservoir there, nice clean stainless steel firewall. Doing the tires, wheels, and brakes right now, greasing up the wheel bearings. This is a nice addition for any Luscombe, Cleveland wheels and brakes. We'll pull these out, clean them, and re-grease those. The interior is all stripped out. It takes me about an hour, about a couple, 2 hours to completely open up the airplane for inspection, but it's going to take me a day to put all this back together. It's a little tedious in here. Here's the rest of that Cleveland wheel and brake conversion with the brake cylinders laying down underneath the floorboards like this and attached to the old heel brakes. Though these are strong, powerful brakes, this gives you a mechanical disadvantage on the heel brakes to prevent ever flipping the airplane over on its nose. So I think it's a great system. Taking a good look at the fuel valves here from the 2 fuel tanks that feed the engine. Check, make sure everything up here works except for the EGT is still in op. Fuel gauges into the wing tanks. The wing tanks are located right here in the wings. And of course, we're taking a good close look at all the various critical connections of the structure. This is a great addition to any light aircraft, is a retractable shoulder harness, seat belts. You can see down the inside of the tube of the Mighty Luscombe. Zinc chromate is that green epoxy finish. We're taking a good look at all the cables and lubing up all the pulleys. The battery is located back here. Now that we have the 0200 engine conversion, it's a bigger than stock engine, so to balance it out, the battery gets moved back here. And this is the FAA required emergency locator transmitter. That's the device that goes off in the event of a crash to send a emergency beacon signal out to help locate you. It is a nice addition for the Luscombe, a pull tube to maneuver the aircraft around. On these Luscombes, there's an airworthiness directive on some of these original rudder posts. You want to make sure you got that complied with, the right material, and there's no cracking down in there. A little bit of work on the tail wheel this time. She was getting a little bit loose, but check and make sure all your springs are proper tension and they're not wearing out excessively. You can open up some more of the wing to take a look at the plumbing, make sure it's not chafing, rubbing, or getting ready to start leaking. One more thing on this landing gear, you can kind of see from here, Here's the big oleo strut in the middle. One single monoshock design does the suspension, very stiff suspension for the Luscombe. 90 weight oil goes in here, and a very heavy duty spring. And I've got a separate Luscombe video explaining this landing gear. We looked at one that was taken out of the airplane. It's quite a mechanical contraption how this landing gear works. This, by the way, is the elevator trim. When you see me flying along and getting ready to land, I've reached down below my leg here and cranked this handle. That adjusts the elevator trim to level the aircraft by moving this trim tab right back here. Pop these little round inspection panels off the fabric wings, and then you can get up inside the wing and take a look and see what's going on in there. You can see where the fabric is stitched to the rib to keep the fabric on the wing of the aircraft. Checking again all these critical junctions for structural integrity and lubricating all the controls. Then we'll go through all the paperwork, make sure there's no new airworthiness directives that have come out on the Luscombe or any of the components that are bolted onto this Luscombe, and do a logbook sign-off indicating she's airworthy for another year's service. And I can get you back up over the Oroville Dam. I'm also do that video on the 310 GS is taking a little bit more time. It's a long video with a lot of riding footage being added to it. Julianne's got a lot of great video footage to share with you from our great Idaho adventure. Put her in front of the camera this time, so that'll be coming up soon, and a comprehensive review of the four-wheel camper, plus 2 new motorcycle projects in the pipeline. So stay tuned. See you here.